traders, Mike from MS100 here with you. It's 9:42 Eastern Standard Time on August 5th, 2009. Now, in this video, this is going to be definitely an informal video, and in no way is this me trying to call the market. I am just picking out similarities in patterns. Now, we're looking over here at this chart. Looks like the March highs of 2008. This right here sort of looks like the June-July highs of 2008. Then we had the sell-off. Sell-off. Get the sort of December bottom. October bottom 2008. Get the rally back up through November. Then we get the sell-off down to March. And we get the rally back right now in July, the consolidation with the possible head shoulders pattern here in May and June 2009, and that's where we're at right now. Now this chart looks very similar to that patterns that we've seen in the years of 2008 and 2009. Now let me just move some of these boxes here for you, because it's actually the charts from 1938 and 1937. So, very interesting what we see forming here. And right after this, the July time, we had this huge rally up, sort of some consolidation. Looks like the market's going to drip down. And we just had a blast up yet again, and some more consolidation here before we actually ended up turning around and coming back down to make new lows. Now, since this really isn't a chart, this is just a picture of the chart, I'm going to draw in a little pattern that I see here for you. So right here, we sort of got this huge rising wedge pattern that we got. This big rising wedge pattern, and we start to break down, and then we end up coming down, making new lows, and having a deep, long recession and contraction in the market. Now, what I want to compare it to, which I'm going to pull up right now, is actually some of the price action that we're seeing in 2009 here of the S&P 500. So I'm going to pull over the S&P 500 right now, and I'm going to show you what I did draw on the chart and what could possibly happen with this pattern here. Although, yeah, this is not me predicting the market. I just got bored and kind of drawn some patterns in, looking at some older things that are happening, and this is pretty interesting. Yeah, I will not trade what I am drawing here because I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm going to look at the charts to tell me what's going to happen and whether we're going to break down if we do have a possible rising wedge here. But yeah, I am not taking any action on this pattern that I did draw in. So let me bring it over here for you. So here we are, 2009 chart of the S&P 500. The last chart we did have was the Dow in 1938-39, and it's up to date. We have this possible rising wedge pattern here. Now, going with the chart pattern that I did see, because a lot of these chart patterns do repeat in history, whether they're falling wedges, rising wedges, the price action is not exactly the same, and it's never going to be exactly the same, yet you're going to see the same types of patterns form, and most likely the patterns are going to break the same way as they have before, like a rising wedge breaks down, and a rising wedge breaks down, and a falling wedge breaks up. So similar patterns here. Now, as I move the chart down, this is just what could possibly happen out of this pattern. Looking at the last couple times that what's happened in these patterns before is we move up about 75% into this pattern, and the top of the pattern will be way up here. So 75% into the pattern is right around here, around this like 1140 level. Maybe we even get even higher. Just drawing some things in. So we actually come up, touch the top of this line here, come back down and touch the bottom of this line at some point, get that huge rally like we saw over here. Let me bring this back in. This right here is the huge rally that I'm talking about on today's chart, so I'll flip back there now, and then we actually break out. So let's take a look. So we get this huge rally right up here, right up to the top of this trend line, sort of consolidate here like we're going to move higher and actually break down, and then break down further into the future. Now, this could happen, this couldn't happen. I'm just messing around on the charts. So something interesting I wanted to compare it to, because the chart patterns did look pretty similar. So I'm not going to be trading off this pattern, but it's just something that I am and will keep in mind in the future. That's it for tonight, traders.